Good morning. I'm coming at you live from my home office, no makeup on, in my pajamas still. Bear with me. I had something I wanted to share and I didn't want my thought to escape me because it happens sometimes. But I'm reading this wonderful book by Tara Swart. It's called The Source. And she kind of marries science and spirituality and, law of attraction, and basically explains how your brain works when it comes to manifesting and creating the life you desire, which is my favorite topic. Okay, so she talks about how we have a certain level of how we feel safe, and so sometimes, and it hit me when I read this because as we've already learned, the brain constantly returns to its default, which is simply to keep us safe so that we survive. And I was like, holy Toledo, yes. This is why we stay in bad marriages, jobs that we hate, bad situations, because for some reason, even though we're not safe, we feel safe. I stayed in a marriage where I 100% wasn't safe for years. But I was so afraid it had become my identity that I was absolutely terrified to take that leap and, file for divorce and separate. And it took a lot of starts and stops. It took a lot of learning to love myself to get to the point that I could do it. And even then, I still wasn't 100%, okay. I just knew that I was in a situation where I wasn't going to survive if I didn't do something. My brain just kept going back to default. That's why people get irritated with women in bad situations, or even men when you're in a bad marriage and they say, why don't you just leave? It's not always that easy. It's not always that easy. Especially when you have kids involved and they're, maybe the spouse that you're trying to leave is a narcissist and they use those kids against you and they play on your feelings. Like, it's a lot. But what you have to do is you have to rewrite your story. You have to start believing a new thing. You have to rewrite your paradigm. A paradigm is simply a set of beliefs that we live by and base our life on. And I'm breaking one right now because I thought, I can't get on YouTube in my pajamas with my hair not fixed and no makeup on. But guess what? Probably nobody cares. And if you do care, I'm really sorry. Look at how you're living, and if you're one little bit miserable, think about how you can change it. And if it makes you afraid, that is just your brain trying to keep you safe. It doesn't mean that you can't take the leap, and it doesn't mean that you can't start thinking new thoughts, because a belief is just simply a thought that we keep thinking, right? And when you change your thoughts, you change your whole life. So what is it you're afraid of? I heard someone earlier talking about when they pay their electric bill, they have this feeling of dread and of anxiety. Why? But what that tells me is that person has a limiting belief about money, that they think when they spend that money on their electric bill, and electricity is something we all need. We gotta cook and do our laundry and have, lighting and charge our phone. I mean, whatever. And so it's such a good necessity of life. We should be paying that with joy, that bill with joy. Honestly, we really should. And we should never feel like that there's not enough money to pay that electric bill. And it's like when you drink a glass of water, you don't hold off taking another sip when you're very thirsty. You simply drink another sip of water. And why is that? Because there's plenty of more water where that water came from. So think about that when you feel that pang in your heart of, needing to feel safe and not pay the bill. But you have to pay the bill or they're going to turn your electric off. just say there's plenty of money where this came from, and stop thinking that thought that you don't have enough. And back to what I was talking about before, if you're in a bad situation and you need to take a leap and make a huge change in your life, do it and stay as safe as you possibly can, and help will come your way. It always does, especially, all you have to do is focus on and believe that you have all the help you need to make your life better. And anyway, I just wanted to share that this is a wonderful book. And, our brain is always trying to keep us safe. And sometimes it serves us well, and sometimes it doesn't. And sometimes when it doesn't, you have to start thinking new thoughts and rewire your neural pathways. And, that's how you make big changes and huge leaps in your life. And so if you're watching this, your whole future is in your hands. And I want to encourage you to just be in the now, be in the present, and know that all you ever have is right now. And so start making your life better right now. Don't hold back. And, let me know in the comments if there's something you're really struggling with. And if you need advice on it, I'd be glad to help you. Or anyone else reading the comment could help you. And I just really appreciate you watching. Please like and subscribe and follow along for more topics on, how we think and how we feel, and how it creates the life we live. Because I want us all to live the best life we possibly can, and to embrace all the good the universe has to offer. And I love you so much. Thank you for watching.